Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Goobies. Thanks so much for tuning back into the channel. Today what I'm going to be talking about is how to die less. This is going to be a more strategically based video. I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff that you guys can put into play that'll help you die less throughout the game. Now, this does require you to play a little bit slower than you're probably used to. Like me, I usually play pretty fast paced. I'm using the boosters and jumping around and everything. But in this video, I do play a lot slower. I'm running around. I'm not using my boosters as much, and I'm going to be talking about why and what perks you guys can run, what kind of weapons you guys can use, and what kill streaks. So let's jump right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about here is the perk system. Now, I'm using BO3 gameplay. This is some TDM gameplay. I think I went like 30, 34, and 3. I did it pretty solid in the game, and now perk system for both games is pretty similar, so I'm just going to cover that. So the perks I like to use are Dead Silence, Blast Suppressor, Ghost, Sixth Sense, or Hardwired. Now, it's obviously Dead Silence because today on Xbox or PS4, any next-gen console on a first-person shooter, they're going to have some high-powered headset, like, you know, any Astro, Turtle Beaches. So they're going to have that. It's going to be really easy to hear your footsteps, so you're definitely going to have perks that, you know, silent your movements, and that's probably the biggest, most essential part of this. So, like, Dead Silence, Blast Suppressor, definitely big perks you guys are going to want to have on. You could throw both of them on if you want. Sometimes I run both. Next thing, you know, Ghost, that's another big perk. You know, not being seen by UAVs is big. Obviously, in these next-gen games, you know, the most recent Call of Duties, you got to be moving around, so you can't be camping in the corner, which I guess has kind of worked. You know, people are going to expect you camping in corners. They're not going to expect you running around not to be seen, so it does go to your advantage a little bit. Now, another big perk that's pretty essential to have on is Hardwired. In this game, I'm not sure what it's called in Infinite Warfare, but basically you're not affected by counter UAVs, and score streaks can't see you. I find those really big, especially, you know, when you're running around outside, you're on a kill streak. You don't want to be seen, because some of these kill streaks in this game are really annoying, and they just destroy you guys. Like the Wraith in this game kills you like super quick, so being able to not be seen by that is very essential. So let's move on to the next thing. Obviously, you're going to need a comfortable class. You see here, I started off with the Razorback, but I eventually ran out of ammo. So I'm picking up KN-44s, which is probably my second go-to. I'm a very assault rifle kind of oriented player, so any automatic weapon I really like using. But obviously, each person is different. Some people like the burst fire weapons, or semi-automatic weapons work well too. So now I'm going to start getting into the stuff you can apply in the game that'll help you guys out a lot. So the first thing, probably pre-aim corners. It's probably one of the biggest things. Every corner you're going to want to turn around, unless you have Gung Ho on, which is the perk that lets you to shoot while sprinting. You're going to want to pre-aim every corner you go around. First of all, it's going to give you the advantage in every gunfight. If you turn the corner you're already aimed in, it delays the time that you take to just aim in. And by the time you aim in, you could already be dead, depending on what weapon they're using. So I encourage you guys to start pre-aiming corners. I know it's kind of a tedious task, but if you're in an uncomfortable situation, you feel like enemies are nearby, pre-aiming and stuff like that is going to give you the advantage in every gunfight. And especially if you're on a higher kill streak, you want to be a little bit more cautious. So definitely start doing that. And the next thing I want to add here, which might be somewhat difficult for some of you guys, is to not use the boosters as much. You see in this video, I only really use the boosters to jump up in the window, or just evade a kill, or try to boost towards a kill that I already damaged some guy. I'm not using them that much because when you're boosting, you know, it's easy for you to get spotted. People can hear you, that's another thing. And just you stand out when you're boosting around. No one really expects, especially now in these CODs, people don't really expect you to be on the ground as much. You see people are jumping up everywhere. It's kind of easy to expect where they're coming from, especially while boosting. No one's really taking the stairs. For example, you know, in Stronghold, if you played this map in Black Ops 3, you know how there's stairs down. I mean, obviously downstairs, there's stairs that lead up. No one's really running up and down through there. People are just boosting through the windows, so try not to use your boosters as much. Only use them, like, obviously when you see necessary. You see, I'm actually taking the stairs. I'm not taking the risk of jumping up because then someone's just going to spot me right away. So try to get in the habit of not boosting too much, taking stairs, you know, taking regular routes that, as if, you know, boots were on the ground, you could actually take those, because people are not going to expect you from there. And this is actually where I die here. I was on like a 22 kill streak, and this kid just domes me. I was actually pretty pissed off. You can see here, I just start shooting the ground and stuff like that, because I was getting close to a 25 kill streak. But that's besides the point. Let's get to the next point I got here, and that's sticking to the outside of the map. Now, I know I'm kind of being a hypocrite, because the gameplay, I'm more in the middle. But obviously, you know, there's a lot of traffic in the middle here, and if I'm winning my gunfights, then I can probably sit in the middle of the map in that building. But for the most part, you guys, for example, on this map, you want to be just running on the outside. There's going to be less people around there, and you're going to be able to get more kills if you know, you got a good weapon, you know, good perks, if you can actually have good aim. If you want good aim, go watch my last video. But so that's just some stuff, you know, sticking to the outside of the map is pretty essential. Obviously, I'm not doing it the whole time here, but when I need to, you know, get out of the house, they're taking over, I'll go sit on the outside of the map, you know, collect some kills and jump back in when I feel like I can get some kills there. So moving on to the next point is don't be afraid to back out of a gunfight. I know it's kind of a pussy kind of thing to say, but I mean, there's parts in this video you guys might see where long range, there's some snipers. I don't choose the challenge, I back away. It doesn't make you a pussy for backing away from a gunfight you guys know you can't win. Obviously, I'm not going to go long range, like cross map, against some kid with a sniper while I have a Razorback. I'm probably not going to win that gunfight, so don't be afraid to back away. I mean, obviously, the main goal is to obviously rack up kills, get a higher KD, just not die as much. So to not die as much, don't make stupid decisions. Now throughout this video I make some dumb decisions. I decided to jump. I think the couple deaths I had where I just decided to get a little bit too ballsy and jump around the map, and I paid the price for it and I got killed. So kind of going to reiterate myself and say you're going to have to play a little bit slower in this. Now I know a lot of you guys aren't used to playing slow. Like I said, I usually jump around the map, and here's where I actually die again. You see I get dumb, I jump into the building, no teammates are in here, and I couldn't pull out the purifier in time to saute his ass. So again, I paid the price for that one playing stupid. But it's been, obviously play smart and you'll get a lot of kills that way. Even if it's slower, obviously you'll rack up your kill streaks. Now if I probably run some bigger kill streaks, I'll probably start having gameplays where I put on wraps, or I'll just put on the GI unit. I'll put on some higher kill streaks to show you guys that playing a little bit slower does obviously take time to get your kill streaks, but once you do, you're going to be racking up the kills. So last thing I wanted to mention here is the minimap. Now I'm looking at the minimap every couple seconds. I literally live by that minimap. That's why I don't play much hardcore, is because if I don't have the minimap, I'm kind of fucked, because I really do rely on it. Kids are shooting, I know where they are, and in these future games, since it does show it, I never really realized or really cared that it showed like the terrain, buildings and stuff like that. But since kids can jump from anywhere here and they can boost away in the blink of an eye, it's really helpful to look on there, especially in games where if they boost away, it kind of shows you where they boosted from on the minimap, so that tells you and helps you out. So that's it for this video, guys. I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching. I just wanted to give some tips and tricks, and I know I was bouncing around in this video and shit like that, but just stick to the stuff I gave you throughout the video, and that'll help out. If you guys have any more suggestions for tips, put them down in the comment section. Any questions, put those down there too. Anything you guys want to add, I'll be taking those too, and probably making some new videos about it. So if you guys did like the video, make sure to smash that like button. New to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Like always, my name's Goobies. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and peace out.